Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video, as the title says, I don't know what the title is going to say actually, but it's going to have something to do with sewing and my class and just an update really. And if what I'm about to show you, if anybody is interested in sewing and you want me to give you tips or show you how to do what I learned, just message me and let me know, because it's pretty simple and I could explain it in a video actually. So if you're interested in learning to sew like the basic stuff, let me know and I will do a vid. Alright, so I'm just going to show you in no order what I have done thus far, just updating you all. Right, well, you all guys know I did the straight skirt, but the darts was off. That was the orange and blue skirt I showed you all when I did, right? So this is my miniature pattern. I did not put it, okay, so these are the darts here, right? The waistband, I did a facing. I did not do a normal waistband. I did a 1-inch hem, and this is the back. These are the darts here, and this is where the zipper is supposed to be, but because it's a quarter scale of my pattern, my full size pattern, I did not put a zip, because it would have been really difficult. And I chose yellow because the paper in my portfolio is white, and it just yellow always stands out on anything. So yeah, that's the straight skirt. Then we did the A-line skirt. I am still to do my personal skirt in the A-line. Today is Sunday. I think tonight I'm going to draft the pattern and at least cut the fabric, and tomorrow sew the skirt. Not 100% sure, but I will see how far I could go tomorrow, God's willing. So this is my A-line skirt, and as you can see, it's just like an E. It comes out what we will call a flare skirt, but the proper name is an A-line skirt, and you can see it, it's like, right? So the same thing, I did the facing, then do a waistband, right? Same darts to the back, same darts to the front, and 1-inch hem. And I'm just going to show you the difference. I'm going to fold it in half. So you can see the difference. As you can see, this one is at an angle, right? While this one is totally straight. I hope you all see the difference there. I don't want to ruffle up my stuff too much. Right? The other thing I did was we learned to do bias binding. Right? There are two types of bias binding actually. Now, I wonder if I have a, okay, I'm just going to use this. This is the straight grain of the cloth, right? This is what we call the self edge. This is the cross, right? This is where you get a little stretch on the fabric. This is called the cross. When it runs diagonally, that is where you get a lot of stretch and bounce, and that is where we cut bias binding. Now there are two types of bias binding. The one on the cross, the bias, and then there's the straight where we cut on the normal cross, right? So that will have no stretch, no bounce. You use that for sleeves, you know, pipe in the end of sleeves, and for pockets, right? So this one was cut on the bias. As you can see, you're getting that bounce, and that is what this bias binder that is cut on the bias is used for necklines and for armholes, because it could take the shape, you see, because of that bounce, it could take the shape of the circle, right, the curve. while straight will only go where the straight is, right? So Miss taught us to do it. I have done it, but then she also taught us if you need to bias something that is really long, you need to join it. But for some goodly reason, Nicole's bias binding is not lining up, right? It's not lining up, it's off. So I don't know what I was doing. Probably I wasn't paying attention carefully, because yeah, it off. And if I cut it down, it will make it narrower and it won't end up right. Right? So this is it single. Right? And this single bias that was cut on the bias was, I used it to, right? This is a neck, well, I cut out a little bodice. I hope you all could see it. I cut out a little bodice here. So the one that was cut on the bias, I use it for the neckline and for the armhole. Yes, it have excess, because normally when you have the other piece, you have to stitch it first and then snip it off, right? So yeah, so this is my little bodice to show how bias binding is used. And then the one for the straight, remember I said I could use it on pockets, so I did this, but I didn't think I should have. I did this first actually in fabric that I had home here, and right, oh, I didn't show you all a close-up of this. Alright, so this is the bias binding and how it is applied. Yeah, I did this one first and then I did this on fabric that I had, but I should have done all in this peachy color and this colored one, because, and do the same pocket, because I could have seen as a bodice, I could have put the pockets and stitch it down and show on the bodice, but that's okay, right? And the last thing is my gauze skirt. I use two different color fabrics just to show. This is a 6-piece go. Right, the zip supposed to be on the side to get a panel to the front. If you want a seam down the front, then well, it's up to you how you want your go. But I like the panel to the front. Must have a panel and not a seam for me, Nicole. Alright, so this is my gauze skirt. Simple pattern. And this is my personal gauze skirt. I got this fabric at Jimmy Good. It's a cocoa brown and cream. I have to hem the hemline, and I need to finish sew my zipper. Sorry, not the zipper, the waistband by the zipper. I need to finish sew that first and then I will hem. Right? Yes, you all will realize I don't like waistbands. I like no waist. I like facing. And then I cut the front, this part facing shorter, so I need to equal out that as well. And yeah guys, that's what I have done so far. We have done this 3-tier skirt TIER. Right now I'm in the process of cutting that out. Yeah, I'll explain that and show you all guys. Making a big one for me, I really want to. The 3-tier skirt is better known as the peasant skirt. Remember that was a hit about 4 years ago, the long skirts, and it was in block, different fabrics, pretty plain and that kind of thing. That's a peasant skirt. So yeah, because what happened, I want to make one for me, but I find it look better long, right? So mine will end up to be 7 instead of 3, and every time you add a piece, it is 1.5 times the first piece, and that piece have to gather to meet back that piece, so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's a little time consuming, especially with math and cutting that fabric. And then remember, because of the width of the fabric, you may have to join the fabric, and then you have to add seam allowance, and then you have to get back the full measurement, and whew, the whole 9 yards, right? So I hope you all guys enjoyed what I've showed you thus far. And again, if you have a little idea of sewing and you want to do a go or straight skirts, and just message me, and it's not a problem. If you don't want me to make a video and talk to you on the phone, I can do that as well. Just message me and I'll send you my number. It's not a problem. And yeah, but it's not that hard, trust you me, it's not hard. So thank you again guys for viewing, and keep enjoying my videos. And if there's anything special you would like me to do, let me know. Alright guys, take care and be safe. Bye bye.